What if the very foundations of British politics trembled before your eyes, not in a secretive backroom, but right there, live on TV? Imagine tuning in for what you thought was another routine political interview, only to witness chaos erupt on air. Well, that's exactly what happened, and in the eye of this hurricane stood Keir Starmer, Labour's leader, blindsided and suddenly fighting not just for his job, but for his entire legacy. But before we unravel the twists and turns that left Westminster spinning and Labour teetering on the edge, hit that subscribe button right now, because what you're about to hear will have you questioning everything you thought you knew about British politics. The night started with the usual, a poised Keir Starmer, prepared for pointed questions, ready to defend his vision. But destiny had other plans. In a heartbeat, the air crackled with drama as a hidden document surfaced, live, uncensored, for millions to see. Not a rumor. Not an anonymous leak. This was ironclad evidence, flashed across the nation, exposing a web of secret meetings, contradictory strategies, and political deals that Labour's leadership had fought to keep buried. Can you imagine the shock as the party's carefully polished image shattered in real time? Has any modern political leader ever survived such a public unmasking? Within minutes, Twitter and TikTok exploded. Hashtags calling for Starmer's resignation shot up the trending lists. Even Labour's most loyal MPs froze, caught between disbelief and panic. What would you do if your entire career was suddenly hanging by a thread, while the world watched? Starmer's composure, famed for its steadiness, faltered on camera. Gone was the calculated statesman, in his place, a leader visibly rocked by revelations he couldn't spin away. Was this the end of Starmer's ambitions, or just the beginning of something even darker? The document didn't merely hint at hypocrisy. It detailed backroom discussions that ran directly against Labour's promises on issues like immigration, party reform, and the influence of lobbyists. Suddenly, years of grassroots suspicion boiled over. Had Labour's leadership ever really represented the working class, or had it all been a masterful illusion? Local party branches reported resignation after resignation. Labour's once solid base was now a groundswell of anger and demands for truth. Would the party's rank and file abandon Starmer just when he needed them most? Or was there a twist still to come? Inside Labour HQ, the panic was palpable. Emergency meetings raged through the night. Some urged Starmer to quit immediately, hoping to stem the bleeding. Others warned that a sudden leadership contest could rip the party apart. The walls of Westminster, always thick with intrigue, now buzzed with rumors of shadow candidates and secret pacts. Who, if anyone, could steer Labour out of this storm? And, more chilling still, was there anyone left who even wanted the job? As the hours ticked by, the scandal deepened. Journalists uncovered even more, texts between Labour officials and lobbyists, hidden agendas, and a campaign of deception that stretched back months, maybe years. The media, emboldened by the live meltdown, dissected every frame, every stammer, every moment of hesitation. Starmer, once hailed as Labour's savior, now looked isolated and overwhelmed, a man cornered by the very system he'd sworn to reform. If you were in his shoes, would you fight on, or take the fall for the greater good? Meanwhile, the Conservative Party and other opposition leaders pounced, painting Labour as duplicitous and broken. International observers expressed open concern about Britain's stability, just as the country faced economic uncertainty. Was this crisis exposing flaws in one leader, or was it a symptom of something much deeper in the political system itself? Even as Starmer's inner circle debated his next move, the calls for resignation grew deafening. For many, the scandal confirmed every suspicion about political double-dealing. But could Labour rise from the ashes and rebuild trust, or was this the final blow for a party already battered by division? And what if this earthquake was just the first tremor of a much larger political reckoning? So, as Britain holds its breath, the question remains, is this the downfall of Keir Starmer, or the beginning of a new chapter no one saw coming? If you're hungry for the truth, and you want to see how this story ends, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications, because the next twist might be even bigger than the last.